Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. So moving on, we're now going on to interrogatives. So if we look at it here, within the words, ism, fa'il, harf. Within that, we done jumla ismiya and we done jumla fa'liya. Then we had phrases, and there are different types of phrases. The first three, here. These phrases, descriptive, demonstrative, conjunction, appositive, and emphatic phrase, they all match in i'rab. Okay. Then you have possessive, number, and prepositional phrases. They don't match in i'rab. Then these two, they match in all four characteristics: din and g. Okay. Understood? Yes? Okay. And now we're going through pronouns. And the pronouns that we covered so far were personal pronouns. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, ka, the zamir, marfu, mansub, majroor, muttasil, and munfasil. The baris and the mustatir. Now we're going through interrogative pronouns, question words basically. Interrogation is called interrogation, questioning. So questioning, interrogation, we call it interrogative pronouns. Yes? So interrogative pronoun is a word used to ask a question. Where is the boy? So you call it istifham. So from bab istif'al, so fahima yafhamu is to understand something. And when you take a word into babul istif'al, it means talab, to seek something. To istafhama yastafhimu istifhaman, to seek fahm, to seek understanding. I need to ask a question. I don't understand, I don't know. You ask for that knowledge. Now regarding istifham, you can divide istifham into two types: polar and non-polar. What's the polar? You have a polar bear. Right? You have the North Pole and South Pole. So pole means two extremes. So it's either north or south. It's either one of the two. So basically a polar question is a yes or no question. A question which needs the answer is to be yes or no. Or you can have a non-polar question. And a non-polar question requires a specific piece of information. You can't just say yes or no. So we'll discuss a non-polar later on. For now, we're going to discuss the polar questions. And this is quite easy. You may have done our other books already. And once you've done the difficult or the structure done so far, this is very easy. So in English, all you have to do to translate is you add do. So do you understand? So you understand? You add do you understand? How many types of interrogatives are there? So now you add the word do, you add how many, you add an interrogative. Even in English, the interrogative, you bring it to the beginning of a sentence, and there you have your question structure, question word. Now in Arabic, the polar questions, the yes or no questions, we can look at it in two ways. One way is jumla ismiya or jumla fa'liya. So first of all, the polar questions, yes or no. And we're looking at this in which way? Is it a yes or no question? If it is, then jumla ismiya or jumla fa'liya. So a jumla ismiya, to make it into a polar question, all you have to do is add a. This hamzatul istifham, the hamza of istifham. You add it at the beginning, it becomes a question. Or you add hal, ahuwa qa'imun, hal huwa qa'imun. You add the a, you add the hal, it turns it into a question. Okay. Now in the Quran, in Tarkib, all you have to do is leave the mubtada as it is, and the harfu istifham is not a slot. You just label it as harfu istifham. It's not a mubtada, it's not a khabar, it's not the fa'il, maf'ul bihi, fail, nothing. It's just harfu istifham. You just label it, there's no slot in Arab. Okay? So Zayd is standing. Is Zayd standing? So to make a question in English translation, you move the is to the beginning of the sentence. So the joining word, the is, are, were. So Zayd was standing. Was Zayd standing? They were sick. Were they sick? So you move that joining word, the auxiliary verb. You put that at the beginning, then it becomes what? It becomes a question. Okay? So aha'ula'i tujaru umana. Aha'ula'i tujaru umana. Are these businessmen honest? So what is it really? So ha'ula'i tujar is a mubtada, that becomes a khabar. Simple. And then you add a to it, it becomes jumlatun ismiya with a question. So without a question, these businessmen are honest. You add a to it, it becomes, are these businessmen honest? أهذه التماثيل آلهة. So we have here هذه التماثيل آلهة. So مبتدأ خبر. You add the hamza to the istifham, it becomes a question. Are these statues and idols, are they gods? Okay. Now, in the jumla fa'liya, so jumla ismiya is quite easy. Even jumla fa'liya is easy, it's translation. So you drank water. How do we make this into a question in English? You add the word did. So you drank water. Did you drink water? You put the word did before. You drink water. Do you drink water? And for future tense, you have to add the word. You remove the will. You put the will at the beginning. You put the will at the beginning, like a jumla ismiya. So you will drink water. You say, will you drink water? All of these then becomes a question. So in the present, in the past, we have a past, or if you have the present, to make it into a question, you add the word did or do. And for future tense, you move the word will to the beginning. That's how you make it into a istifham. And in Arabic, all you do is the same thing. You put the hamzatul istifham at the beginning, and then it becomes a jumla fa'liya with a question. So tuhsinuna ila abawayka, you are good to your parents. Will you be good to your parents, or are you good to your parents? Yes. تغتابani اغتاب يغتاب اغتياب, to do ghiba. And أخاك المسلم becomes the مفعول به. This becomes the مفعول به. This becomes the فاعل فاعل. Okay. And then the hamza, it makes it into a question. Do you backbite your Muslim brother? Or are you backbiting your Muslim brother? Will you backbite your Muslim brother? So by adding the hamza al-istifham, it changes the whole jumla fa'liya into a question. هل صمت شهر رمضان كلها? So it's, did you fast the entire month of Ramadan? By adding the word hal before it, it changes into a question. Did you fast the entire month of Ramadan? Okay? Yes, everybody following? Any questions? No? Okay. It is very common for hamzatul istifham to come with a negative particle. For example, alam. So you have lam is negative, and you have alam, did we not? So ahlaka yuhlika is to destroy. So did we not destroy the first people, the first generation, some of them, not all of them, some of the first people, early generations who disobeyed Allah, did we not destroy them? So we have a negative particle, which is the lam, which is a harfu nafyin. It's a harfu nafyin, and the hamza is what? Hamzatul istifham. So harfu nafyin and hamzatul istifham. And what does this do now? This creates, did we not destroy the first people? Okay. So ala nashkurullah. So la is a negative particle, la nashkuru. And ala nashkuru. Should we not be grateful to Allah? Yes. Ama qara'ta kitab Allah. Have you not read the book of Allah? So ama. So is a istifham. Ma is a harfu nafyin. Istifham, harfu nafyin. Istifham, harfu nafyin. So should we not be thankful to Allah? Have you not read the book of Allah? Did Allah not destroy Fir'aun and his army? So by bringing the hamza al-istifham at the beginning, we make it into a question.